Romans 1:7. It says, who are loved by God and called to be saints. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. To all those in Rome. So Paul is writing to the believers in the most corrupt city at the time. Political dominance, pagan worship, moral compromise, social pressures. Yet Paul does not write to the leaders of Rome, but to the believers. God's truth is not limited by location or culture. Here's one that got me. Faith is not meant to only thrive in a safe environment. Who are loved by God? So this is not an emotional language, it's theology. Paul is anchoring their identity in God's love before anything else. Again, like we talked about grace, love precedes obedience. I feel like this is something the church does not do well a lot of times. People want to correct you without even knowing you or loving you. You are not correct into love. You are love into transformation. And called to be saints. Saints does not mean morally perfect, means set apart for God. The calling does not come from a self-effort, but it comes from God. He is the one who calls. It is us that need to choose to answer that call. Paul is saying you don't live holy to become set apart. You live holy to become who you already are. God designed us to be holy, and sin has corrupted us, and we need to find our way back. Grace to you. Grace is not just how salvation begins, but it's how the Christian life continues. Grace means God's unearned favor. It's getting what we don't deserve. Paul always starts with grace because when we don't start with grace, obedience becomes exhausting. And peace. You see, peace is actually the result of properly receiving grace. Peace is not the absence of problems, but it's the presence of reconciliation. Don't you find it weird when you're reading the Bible and you see all these prophets with their issues, but they seem to have this sense of peace? It's because that peace comes from God, and when you receive something from Him, nothing else matters. Then he says, from God our Father. You see, Paul's trying to remind you that God is not this distant God that's up in heaven away from you, but He's showing you that He's a close Father that loves and cares about you. He's talking about access, relationship, security. Believers obey not like a slave trying to earn favor, but as a child secured in love. And the Lord Jesus Christ. You see, Paul places Jesus right alongside God as the source of grace and peace. This affirms Jesus' divinity, authority, and lordship. Lordship is an ownership, an authority, a right to rule. Grace saves you. Lordship will shape you. And I think some of us have struggled with that. So if you're a Christian already and you believe in God, have you let Him shape you?